I don't know what to do when he's like this. Like he's like smiling and he's like almost human. It's weird. No.
It's called hysteria.
Hey, I'm drunk.
Hey everyone, I'm Exodor. Let's get to the questions.
When you guys announced the Fantom rework, you stated that he would have a decloaking period. So why didn't that make it to the final rework?
We experimented with that a lot, and ultimately it was just feeling really janky. It didn't fit with the feel of the rest of the games. We largely removed it. Instead, we've reworked the shader again. Thanks to some in the community, we saw that it wasn't working well in certain settings and wasn't creating a balanced playing field, which of course is really important. So we're redoing the shader entirely, and we hope to get that out to you soon.
And by soon, we're looking at Wednesday.
Can we get a more rewarding daily reward system? It should scale up to some better rewards to reward those truly committed players.
We do have some changes planned for the daily reward system, but it's not massive. So when you talk about the system rewarding the truly dedicated players, it's really not meant to do that as a system. It's supposed to strike a balance between the super casual players and the people who play regularly. And there's a whole host of other things in the game, like levels, like our limited edition content that is really meant more for the hardcore players.
Would you open the private servers to modding?
So this is a question that comes up quite frequently, actually, and with us very soon shipping rentable servers, we will unfortunately not be supporting modding of any kind anywhere in the near or long term. And that has to do with the fact that we are not in a place to release our source code or our server binaries to have third parties work on them.
So that's just altering the code itself. What we do want to do is ship the servers with some configuration options for you, and then build on that. So we'll explore different things based on your demand. Whether you want to just do certain things. Earning might have to be turned off for certain cases, but we aimed in the future to give as much flexibility as is kind of reasonable.
Absolutely, we definitely want to make sure that you guys will be able to make the servers your own and literally pursue the playstyle you want to play, just not on the modding side.
Are you going to bring objective mode as a rentable server option as well?
Yes, we will not only be shipping objective mode, but also stopwatch and execution as well on the rentable server side. So that is definitely something to look forward to.
Will the switch to a 64-bit client raise or remove the 3 Merc limitation per player?
Now, the original reason for the 3 Merc limit was overall performance and overhead. Now, switching to a 64-bit client, well, it does give us some performance up and improvements in certain areas. Doesn't necessarily address some of the original issues on why we have a 3 Merc limit. I mean, we're talking stuff in the rendering pipeline, right down to all the shaders, the compilers, and even server-side stuff that needed to be worked on. And that's just the technical implication.
Yeah, even if it weren't for that, there's a lot of other things that would have to be adjusted, and a lot of hidden things. Example, obviously the front end and in-game UIs would have to change. All the scoreboards would have to change. The mission system is very based on you having 3 Mercs. Merc rotation, like there's all these things that are based on the fact that we've had 3 Mercs for years now. So at this point, it'd be something that'd be very risky to change.
Have you ever thought about adding customizable clothes and outfits?
That's come up several times over the years, not just from the community, but from the team a lot as well. They've designed some cool things with like modular packs and stuff like that. But unfortunately, it's really been a lot easier said than done.
No, it's definitely one of those things where if we had a way back, we would jump into it and change it and build it differently from the ground up. With 3.5, 4 years of development and the direction that we've headed into, it is not a very modular or customizable system, unfortunately. It's also one of the reasons why we do Obsidians the way we do them.
Yeah, the full models look at the Obsidian operatives. So rather than we actually can't just give a character a hat. So we've gone for the options of actually redoing their model entirely, which is a cool value and it really engages our artists, but it means less customization for you, unfortunately.
Will you make a summer event with Merc skins as swimsuits?
We would maybe make a summer event, but swimsuits really are not our sort of thing. I mean, why? Because while we're playful, we want our characters still to be believably military, no matter the context. So, you know, that's just something we kind of want to keep true to the game about.
What will happen to our loadout cards when 1.0 goes live?
Nothing will happen with your loadout cards that you don't want to happen with your loadout cards. Nothing will be changing. You won't lose anything, but you'll have a few more options for trading and the likes. But you know, you don't lose anything.
And with that, thank you very much for watching this episode of Ask the Devs. If you have any additional questions or want to submit more questions for next week's video, comments down below. And if you want that trinket, please hit the subscribe button and get to 50,000 subs.
Take care. That was your answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my answer. I am done.
Wait, he's done. So thanks for watching.